Now that we've generated predictive analytics with PredicSis.ai, let's visualize the analysis generated to identify the people and their characteristics who want to buy a Tesla via this dashboard I've created with TIBCO Spotfire. Let's overview what we see here in this interface. The main window shows geographic data, where people that are interested in purchasing a Tesla live. In the lower left window is a plot chart that shows the likelihood to purchase versus the age of the prospect. And on the bottom right, we see a chart illustrating the likelihood to purchase versus the name of the prospect. All of the visualizations on this page are interactive drill downs. For example, if I click on the UK, immediately the two bottom visualizations drill down to show only the prospects in the UK. Notice the age plot has a dotted red line drawn at 3 standard deviations above the mean. These are prospects that have an abnormally higher propensity to buy. These are considered to be outliers, and we should follow up on them. Returning to the original view showing all the geographic data that we have, notice the filters on the left that have been uncovered with PredicSis.ai as factors that contribute to the likelihood to purchase. Let's look at the age here, and let's set the age to between 26 years old, and you can just type this in, 35 years old. Notice how the visuals change again. Before delving deeper into the output of our predictive analytics and what contributes to the profile of a person wanting to buy a Tesla, let me quickly show you how easy it is to make an interactive dashboard like this with your own data. When data is loaded into Spotfire, it looks like any other data in rows and columns. Spotfire immediately segments the data on the left into numbers and categories, etc. Let's see how easy it is to build an interactive dashboard using TIBCO Spotfire. All of these icons here have very rich functionalities. For example, the chart has a drop down, and you can choose whatever kind of charts that you want, and Spotfire will render it. Let's add a couple of charts here. Add a KPI chart, and let's add a pie chart. Now this isn't very easy to look at, so Spotfire allows you to arrange your dashboard automatically. This allows you to create powerful dashboards with your own data that you can customize and drill down into to get your own insights out of your data. However, I don't like the map down here. I want the map here. It's as easy as drag and drop. So now let's return to our original task and take a look at the insights that we can find in the propensity data. Returning to our original dashboard, let's look at the plot on the bottom left. There are many prospects that have a 0 likelihood to purchase, so we can eliminate them from our analysis. To do that, we would change the lower range of the likelihood to purchase to 5%. As soon as I do this, the map changes to reveal one important insight. Note that every European country has disappeared from the map with the exception of Norway, so there's no real prospects in any European countries. Our data gets even more insightful if we click on Norway. There's only one customer with a likelihood to purchase above the limit of 5%, and that's barely even above the limit, so we really don't have any prospects in Norway. The same is true if we click on China. There's just one prospect with a 6% likelihood to purchase. That tells us that our biggest potential for business is almost entirely centered in the United States. When you click on USA, you can easily observe that fact. There's many prospects with the likelihood to purchase having values of over 5%. Looking at the bottom left, we can see another important insight. There seems to be a group of prospects that are clustered together by an age range. If we click on a couple of the prospects and hover over them, many of them are in the 26 to 34 age range. That means our target audience is in the USA with ages between 24 and 36 years old. We can gain even more insight regarding the prospects with the highest likelihood likelihood to purchase by looking at their previous spending habits. Our data set also contains information whether each prospect owns a car, a house, a boat, or jewelry. The tree map at the bottom left correlates the likelihood to purchase with asset ownership. The color of each box is controlled by the likelihood to purchase. The more red, the more likely they are to purchase. If we click on the red box, we notice several things. This box represents the prospects who are most likely to purchase, and they own a boat, a car, a home, and jewelry. Their names and contact information are shown on the right. If we hover another box that's orange, we notice it's made up of people that own all of the assets except a car. Yet, from this, we could conclude it's worth investigating a possible relationship between assets owned and the likelihood to purchase a Tesla and contact those people. Going back to our original dashboard, we've already reduced the likelihood to purchase lower boundary to be 5%, but we did notice that there was a certain age group that had a higher propensity to purchase. Let's highlight this group. You'll notice on the bottom right, the chart has changed from the likelihood to purchase by their full name. We do note, as we saw in the likelihood to purchase by age, that Jason Holmes is that person at the very high top with over an 80% likelihood to purchase a Tesla. This would be someone that we would want to contact immediately in order to make the purchase. This is our outlier.